Sure. Well, at the moment, most recently, I'm from British Columbia. I just immigrated to Canada, but I lived in Minnesota for many years, and I'm an ethnopharmacologist. I've researched mostly ayahuasca, but other plant psychedelics for 40 years or so. Yes, well, ayahuasca was the subject of my doctoral thesis. I looked into the botany, the chemistry, and the pharmacology of ayahuasca, but also the cultural context. And in the course of working with these plants and doing field work, I learned about it firsthand. And so it's now, my plant teacher, one of them. And in the early 90s, I helped organize a biomedical study of ayahuasca with the UDV in Brazil, which was really the first human physiology study of ayahuasca. And I've just been involved with it ever since. I organize retreats and I come to conferences and I talk about it a lot. And I believe in it, and I really think that ayahuasca is a gift of the earth and such a wonderful medicine to help us become better people, essentially, and to not only heal individuals, but to heal our society and our culture, help us learn to respect the earth. I think that ayahuasca, at least my latest shtick, is that ayahuasca is an ambassador from the community of species on Earth that's trying to send us a message. The message is, wake up before it's too late. Wise up, become wise, and then wake up and try to figure out how we can work together to keep a sustainable world. I think that ayahuasca and these other plant medicines, which the indigenous people almost universally think of or picture as plant teachers, I think with their help and with the help of this indigenous understanding of our relationship with nature, there is hope for us. But there is no hope if we destroy all these things. They're all under threat right now. The knowledge and the lands and the genetic resources. They're all under threat, as is really everything on the planet because of the way that we've misused the environment. So ayahuasca is a wake-up call. It's not too late to turn it around. Hopefully somebody is listening. Well, yes, we could talk about that all afternoon, but we're not going to. But in a nutshell, my view that I've kind of evolved over the last few years is that I look at the human interaction with these plants from the standpoint of biology. And there's the cultural aspect, but there's the biological aspect. And it's like, this is about symbiosis. In biology, symbiosis is a collaboration of different species for mutual benefit. And politically, my position is that symbiosis is a basic human right. It should be a basic human right. No one should have the right to tell you how to interact with any plant or fungus or other organism that you happen to find useful, as long as it's symbiosis and not mutual destruction. And I think that the very idea that plants could be prohibited or made illegal is ridiculous on the face of it. And it brings into focus how completely wrong-headed our laws are. If anyone should be criminalized on this planet, it's probably our species. We are the biggest criminals in terms of what we're doing to the environment. The plants have not yet condemned us, but they may have to. Instead, they've chosen to help us. Now, it's our job just to listen, and then take that to heart and act on it. And conferences like this are very important in that way. My impression?
Yes.
universally positive. I mean, it's the biggest ICEERS conference. It's undoubtedly the biggest ayahuasca conference I've ever been to. I've been at every one so far. I'm really impressed with the way it's evolved. I mean, this is an amazing conference in every way. It brings together science, politics, indigenous issues, environmental issues, medical issues, and we're seeing this tremendous synergy. And ayahuasca is the thing that brings all of this together. So that's also the way it works. We think we're doing all this. Actually, it's the plant is doing it. We're just, like I sometimes tell people, I just work for the plants. And I think everyone here probably feels the same way. Our encounters with the plants have, given us an idea, a vision of how to go forward, and each person in their own way is doing that. So that's the way it ought to be.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. McKenna.